In a small, quiet African village, there lived a boy named Christian. Christian was different. He could not hear. From the day he was born, the world had always been silent. No voices, no laughter, no music, just silence. The other children didn't understand him. They laughed at him, ignored him. Sometimes they even pushed him away. Why is he always smiling? They would say. He doesn't even hear anything. But Christian never fought back. He simply smiled and watched the world. One day, something unusual happened. A group of visitors came to the village. They brought many things: food, clothes, and something Christian had never seen before: a piano, old, dusty, but beautiful. The villagers gathered around it in excitement. They listened as a man played. The music filled the air, but Christian heard nothing. Still, something strange happened. As the man played, Christian slowly stepped closer. He placed his hand on the wooden piano, and then his eyes widened. He felt it: the vibrations, the rhythm, the life inside the sound he could not hear. From that moment, everything changed. Every day after that, Christian returned to the piano. At first, the villagers laughed. How can a deaf boy play music? It's impossible. But Christian didn't stop. He placed his fingers on the keys and felt. He watched how others moved their hands. He memorized patterns. He trusted his heart. And slowly, note by note, he began to play. Not perfectly, but beautifully. Days turned into months. The laughter began to fade because something unbelievable was happening. Christian wasn't just playing, he was expressing something deeper: emotion, pain, hope, dreams, all through his fingers. One evening, something changed again. The village faced a terrible time. The crops were failing, food was running low, hope was disappearing. People were tired, broken, silent. That night, Christian walked to the piano. The entire village watched him, some with doubt, some with curiosity. Christian sat down slowly, closed his eyes, placed his hands on the keys, and began to play. This time, it was different. The music rose into the air like a prayer, soft at first, then powerful, then emotional. It felt like the piano itself was speaking, telling a story of pain and hope, of struggle and strength. The villagers stood still. Some began to cry, others held each other. For the first time in weeks, they felt something again: hope. When Christian finished, the village was silent, but not empty. This silence was different. It was full. One old man stepped forward with tears in his eyes and said softly, "He cannot hear the music, but he makes us feel it." From that day on, everything changed. People no longer saw Christian as the deaf boy. They saw him as something greater: a gift, a voice without sound. Years later, Christian left the village and traveled far. His music touched people everywhere, not because it was perfect, but because it was real. And even though he never heard a single note, he became one of the greatest musicians people had ever known. You don't need to hear the world to make the world feel something. Sometimes the greatest gifts come from what others see as weakness.